Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. So here we are, Sunday morning. I have my coffee. I'm still waiting for my coffee sponsorship. It's not happening. Today we're using Cafe Verona from Starbucks. Maybe Starbucks wants to sponsor my channel. Who knows? All right, so anyway, I always get lots of questions that people send me, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody that follows along. And I hope that everybody's getting something out of whatever they're doing. You know, with their music, you got to practice, and stuff comes out the other end, right? Okay, so today we're going to talk about, really not too long, 10 minutes, winter and summer reeds, or your setup in the winter and summer, because it's different. It's not the same. That is if you're using wood reeds. If you're using synthetic reeds, it's not the same. I'm talking about if you use regular reeds, which I do. I don't use synthetic reeds. I don't really like them. But that's okay. If you use them and they work for you, it's good. I have friends of mine do all kinds of work, and they like the synthetic reeds. Especially if I was playing bass clarinet today as a double, I don't play bass clarinet anymore, but I used to play it a lot. I would use synthetic reeds. And I used to use plastic cover reeds years ago, because bass clarinet's a pain in the neck. You don't always use it, and then you need it for a couple of notes or some things, or maybe you are playing it for, longer on a job. But anyway, so let's just talk about what happens here. So over the summer, when it's warmer, it's more humid and everything. Like, this is what I do. I use more. These are I'll just show you really quick. You've seen them before, I guess. I don't know. These are my summer, quote unquote, mouthpieces and stuff. This is a T10 Van Doren. I use this, and ZZ Jazz 3. And I'm talking about the tenor now. You know, the alto, I don't play alto hardly at all. I don't even have an alto right now. So I don't know. I'm talking about the tenor. And the Barry would be different again. But I wouldn't change my mouthpiece on the Barry. I would just go with in the summer, I might go with the harder reed, and then in the spring I might go softer. Years ago I played a lot of Barry. And in the summer months I would use like medium hard Lavaz. And then as it got, you feel this resistance that comes in, like around the fall when the weather changes, the wood changes. So I would switch to the medium, and I would use medium most of the time until we got back to the summer. If they got mushy, I would go back to the medium hard, right? Okay, so anyway, so this is like I use T10, and I use these. These are my summer mouthpieces. I already took them off. It's T95, and here, this is another T95. I got this from, one of these is mine, one of these is my son's, but he doesn't want his anymore. So I have both of them now. Alright? So anyway, sometimes in the summer I use these too. Gonzalez reeds. These work pretty good. They kind of hold up. But these are softer, so you would play them on the big mouthpiece. You know, in fact, I'm going to stick them in this box, because otherwise I don't know where they are. And I just put my stuff away. Like 2 weeks ago, I started to feel that weird resistance. The weather's changing here. And I went back to my Autolinks, which is what I use in the, in the winter. 7. Sometimes I use them in the summer, but mostly over when it starts to get like now, I change them. So, like here, this is another one I use sometimes. It's a T9 Van Doren. Medium. This doesn't play good on my Mark 6. I use it, if I want it, I use it on my Mark 7. It plays good on there. And those other ones, they play better on my Mark 6. It's just the way it is. You know, you'll find that some mouthpieces, and this is one of my extra auto links. It's a 6-star. But right now I'm playing 2 7s and 8. And I still use some rubber fill tones that I have. Those are like auto links, you know. But the point is, I would rather just switch up the mouthpieces and go to my fall mouthpieces or my winter mouthpieces than change up all these reeds. Because the reeds to me, like this is what I use a lot, either 2.5 strong or 3 light. And these are, I don't know, Bugatti red box, right? Classic. I don't really like the jazz ones. To me, they're too buzzy, but if you have them and you like them, double thumbs up again. So anyway, an answer to the question was somebody was talking about reeds when the weather changes, the season changes. It is an issue, all right? And you have to see what it does for you. But I would rather leave my reeds alone and not change out my reeds and just switch to my other mouthpieces. That's why I have them set up like that. So in the summer, I'm using more open mouthpieces. And when it gets really humid and you're outside, if you have those outdoor gigs and stuff, you have more room. Because what happens is, you know, the mouthpiece starts off like more open. And by the time the reed is all soaked and it collapses more. And by the end of the gig, it's much smaller. But now you feel this resistance in the reeds. And I found it here. Well, I'm in New Jersey. I found it here a couple weeks ago. Before I had to do a gig, like 3 weeks ago, I felt weird, and I said, you know, I think I'm going to change up my mouthpieces, and I did, and that was it. We were good. So the ones you just saw, those are my summer mouthpieces, not the Auto Link. I'm talking about those Van Dorens. That's what I used to use, like quote unquote summer. And they're bigger, 9 opening, 10 opening, whatever. Now I'm on the 7 and the 8 auto links. I have a couple of each, and I use them however they work on my horns. You know, I don't make a big deal out of it. And my auto links, you know, like I've told you this before too. These aren't like I don't even know where they are. I only have one the rest of them are in my cases. So, but like here, this is just you know, this is just a 6-star I bought off the internet. And see how the inside, it's nice and rounded out. That's what you want to look for in the auto links. If they have that big hump going down underneath the table, there's a resistance. And either you got to file that out with a half round file, you got to remove it, or have somebody remove it for you that knows what they're doing. If you're going to do any work on your mouthpiece, though, always tape up the front. Always put blue tape or other tape, or even a little piece of this cardboard or something, and tape it on, so that if you go in there to file, you don't hit the front here by mistake. You know, but you want that to be round and clear inside. See what I'm talking about? If it's not, if it's got that hump in it, you can go in through the back too with a round file, a skinny round, not skinny, but you need a round file about that big to go in the back and start to remove that. A half round is tough to go in the back because of the way it's designed, but you can do it. It works. But the idea is that the insides, they should be up underneath the table, should be rounded out. All right, so I hope this answers the question. I don't want to go longer than 10 minutes. And but that's what I do. You know, other people do other things. And as far as these ligatures, oh, that was another thing. Somebody asked me about these ligatures. I only use the ligatures that come on them. I don't change all those ligatures. However, I have about 20 or 30 of these things laying around the house. So I just find ones that actually play. Some you put them on, they play stuffy. Some of them play bright. Some of them play buzzy. Some of them are older, they have a different screw, they play different. So if you have some auto link ligatures, you got to try different ones on different mouthpieces. Some of them, the mouthpieces are a little thicker, so they fit on different. But this is all I ever use. I don't mess around with other ligatures on the auto links. I've been using these since the 70s, and I don't know. I never have a problem with them. I know people don't like them and all that stuff. Okay, so happy Sunday. Big Dave is signing off. More coffee. I'm still waiting for that coffee sponsorship. All right, have a good day, and I hope this is helpful in some way that, that it works for you. Bye-bye.